Ancient Rome was a bustling city full of noise and chaos, yet at its heart burned a constant flame tended by women of immense honor and power. The Vestal virgins, these women were priestesses of Vesta, goddess of the hearth, and their role was considered vital to the safety and prosperity of Rome. They were more than just priestesses, they were living symbols of Rome's stability and continuity. The Vestal virgins held a unique position in Roman society. Unlike most women, they were free from the control of fathers or husbands. They owned property, had legal independence, and commanded respect from all levels of society, from the humblest citizen to the emperor himself. Even more, their pronouncements carried weight, and their presence at games and festivals was eagerly sought. Theirs was a life of privilege, but also one of immense responsibility. They dedicated themselves to Vesta for 30 years, a period divided into 3 stages of 10 years each: learning, serving, and teaching. This dedication required them to live within the sacred bounds of the Vestal Virgin's house, a large and impressive complex located near the Roman Forum, the heart of Roman political and religious life. Their lives were a paradox, combining the austerity of religious devotion with the influence afforded by their unique status. Theirs was a life many envied, yet few could endure, a testament to the enduring power of belief in the heart of one of history's greatest empires. Becoming a Vestal Virgin was not a decision taken lightly. It was a calling that began in childhood, with girls as young as 6 being considered for this extraordinary honor. The selection process was rigorous, a reflection of the high esteem in which the Romans held the Vestal Virgins. The chief priest, the Pontifex Maximus, personally chose the Vestal Virgins. They had to meet strict criteria, be free-born Roman citizens, possess 2 living parents, and be free of any physical defects. Beauty was also considered important, a reflection of the Vestal's role as a living embodiment of Rome's purity and prosperity. Once chosen, the girls left their families and entered the service of Vesta. Their hair was cut off in a ritual sacrifice, signifying their separation from the ordinary world and their entry into a life of sacred duty. From that day forward, they belonged to Rome, their lives dedicated to maintaining the sacred fire and ensuring the well-being of the Roman people. It was a life that demanded sacrifice. They could not marry, bear children, or engage in any sexual activity. This vow of chastity was absolute, and the consequences of breaking it were severe, yet for those chosen, it was seen as a great honor, a chance to serve Rome in a unique and powerful way. At the heart of the Vestal Virgin's duties lay Vesta, the goddess of the hearth. Unlike most Roman deities, Vesta was not depicted in human form. Instead, she was represented by the sacred fire that burned within her temple, a symbol of warmth, nourishment, and the continuity of life itself. The Romans believed that Vesta's fire represented the vital spark of life, not just for each individual family, but for the Roman state itself. As long as the fire burned brightly, Rome would prosper. If it were to be extinguished, it was seen as a sign of impending disaster, a threat to the very existence of the Roman people. Vesta's importance extended beyond her role as protector of the Roman state. She was also worshipped as the goddess of the hearth, the center of family life in ancient Rome. Every Roman household had a hearth, and the family gathered around it for warmth, food, and companionship. The Vestal Virgins, as priestesses of Vesta, embodied this connection between the domestic and the divine. They were seen as daughters of the Roman state, responsible for maintaining the sacred fire that protected Rome. They were also seen as symbolic mothers to all Romans, their purity and devotion ensuring the continuation of Roman life and tradition. The lives of the Vestal Virgins were strictly structured, their days filled with rituals and duties that ensured the well-being of Rome. Their most important task was tending the sacred fire in Vesta's temple, ensuring it never went out. This was no simple chore. It was a sacred duty imbued with profound religious significance. Besides tending the fire, the Vestal Virgins performed other important rituals. They prepared the mola salsa, a sacred salt mixture used in almost all state sacrifices, and drew water each day from the sacred spring of the Caminai, which was believed to possess purifying powers. They also guarded the Palladium, a sacred statue of Pallas Athena, believed to guarantee Rome's safety. Their duties went beyond the purely religious. They were responsible for keeping the temple clean and in good order and played a role in various festivals throughout the year. The Vestalia, celebrated in June, was dedicated to Vesta and involved offerings and rituals performed by the Vestal virgins. Their lives were tightly controlled, their actions governed by strict rules and ancient traditions, yet they were also deeply integrated into the fabric of Roman society. They were consulted on matters of state, their pronouncements carrying significant weight. Their presence was sought at public events, and they were afforded respect and honor wherever they went.